Hey guys, it's Sam with Nexus Workshop. We're going to take a look through each of the pages of the prop controller. The first one we're going to take a look at over in the config here. We're going to go open config, and we're going to start on the connections page. So just in general, our back end here, we've got our connections, our definitions, our behavior, and our lighting. And actually, you know what, I'm going to go and hijack this video a little bit. Instead of talking about the connections page, I'm going to talk about config in general. So I clicked open config from my homepage to get here. I can always click back to operator to go back to my operator page, but I'm here in config. Now I got in without a password, but you can set an admin password that will be required to get in here. You can also do a thing that we'll talk more about called the simple UI, which gives a sort of like power user level that's not full admin, but has the ability to edit or view specific things within this config. It can be a little more streamlined view. Let's say you're a prop builder that's making a cool prop, giving it out to someone, and you want to give them the ability to edit things on it, but there's lots of things they don't need to edit on it or need to kind of think a little bit more about before they do. That's where the simple UI can come in. Like I said, we can password protect both of those independently, and you kind of go into the simple versus the advanced or the full mode that I'm in now. Up here, we've got some buttons. This help button is the first one I'll talk about. This is how you get out to our reference links. This is how you get to our manual. This is how you get to this video and this whole little series of videos. You get to our Facebook group. You get to our documentation, our demo, all of the resources that you have available for the prop controller that we have for you. We're here to help. That help button is one of the ways to get there. This identify button is going to make the lights on the actual controller flash. So it is actually below the board of the controller, between it and the terminal board is what flashes. But if you hit that, it starts flashing. So if you have a bunch of them out in a space, you're like, wait, which one am I working on? Am I working on the right one? That button can let you know that, yes, this is the one I'm talking about. The board pinout here is where I'm going to see all of my connections. So up here you can see it's for my prop, Sam's prop board pinout. The breakout board. The universal breakout board is the one that ships with it. There is another breakout board that it fits that's a little smaller that you might have gotten from me if you specifically asked about, or you could have taken it off the breakout board and say no breakout. All that changes is over there in these pin numbers. I can see like this is GPO 18, but it's listed as R10. That's because it's R10 on that breakout board. If I change the breakout board, it's going to change that mapping of what it's connected to when it's plugged in. I can choose to show available pins, at which point it will show all the pins. So you see down here, I've got this one pin that's still free, versus if not, it just shows the pins that I'm using. I see all the different things here. One thing to call out is it's always going to give you this board reset pin right here on 17. 17 is not available for use. You should not use it. 17 is how you can recover the board if you ever get completely locked out. You lose your admin password, you lose the board, you can't find it, you can't get to it. There's a lot of things to try before we get there, but 17 is our ultimate failsafe. You can use it to wipe the board back to factory, recover it. The print button gives you a nice printable version of this, so you can just take this. I've made up my connections, take it, print it, go to the table, and put it together. The other thing that's up here is this precompile. Precompile is going to glow green when it thinks you should do it. Precompile is basically a way of telling the board, hey, go think through all the permutations of the different states and solves and when we could do actions, and just kind of plan it out and know what you're going to do. It lets it then pre-render that and store a lot of it into its RAM so that it's faster come runtime. When we actually have someone out there doing the thing, it knows all the different ways it could have gone from one lighting effect to another. And lighting effects is the thing it affects the most. Those are the things that are just very heavy, lots going on, trying to decide what am I coming from, what am I going to, what am I mashing on top of each other. Precompile can let it kind of render that out. It'll glow occasionally. When it glows, click on it. It's going to want to run. It's going to try to run. Nothing's going to stop if you do or don't do it. But it'll kind of warn you when it's like, hey, maybe we should do this now. System setup is the place you're going to do your imports, your exports, and your backups, your resetting. So if I go in here, I can see all my different configs. The config is fully JSON, so I can come in here and I can see each of the sections from it. I don't really anticipate you editing this JSON within here. More so it's so you can import and export. When I have any of these individual sections, I get the option to load code up or save code down. I can download this JSON, I can import the JSON. Over here on the full config page, I get the ability to import my entire config, download the entire config. I can check the firmware or update firmware based on what the latest version is, or I can also do a local update, which is going to be if you get a special build from me, or if you have downloaded the firmware somewhere else where you have internet, and then you're coming to the device where we don't have internet. and you need to upload it there. This is going to be using the internet connection on your computer itself. So if you're, for instance, connected over Wi-Fi to internet, but you're connected hardline into your control net, you can do that and you can get these up there. Factory reset, fully wipe everything. Reset, keep name and Wi-Fi, is going to reset all the settings within the prop, but it's going to leave the network and the name of the board. So if I'm just like changing what the prop is, but I don't really want to kick it off my network, still my network, then that reset is a good way to go. Prop Wizard is going to do the same thing as yellow there. It's going to reset it and take you straight back into the beginning for the Prop Wizard config itself. And we'll have a whole video on the Prop Wizard and how it works. Whenever you do any of these reset options, it is first going to warn you and it's going to say, hey, are you sure you want to do this? How about first we take a backup? And all you have to do is click continue and it will download the entire settings of everything you have on the board, so you don't end up losing something if you're just kind of playing around and going through. After that, it's going to make you configure or confirm again. It's going to tell you to enter something. It's going to say, hey, if you want to reset, you have to type me the word reset. And it's going to really make sure that you truly do want to erase this thing. I do suggest you take those backups. They're tiny files. They're little. You can just have them in your downloads folder, have them available in case you ever need it. Hopefully you don't. But I don't want to hear about a bunch of people just constantly wiping their stuff. Don't do that, please. Come on. That is the main section. Like I said, this is the config page, and from here you're able to get to all the different tabs. Now I'm going to start a new video, and we're going to start talking about these tabs themselves.